Release the Debts, Creating Financial Freedom for Your Future by Savant Moore. North Shore Senior High School graduate, former Army Ranger, Howard University graduate, father of three, paid off $201,000 of debt in 4 years and on a mission to teach every black person how to pay off debt, budget, save, and invest. Full-time entrepreneur, determined to live a life of teaching and giving by example. Entrepreneur, philanthropist, author. To donate to my charity, Black Funder, Cash App or Venmo, $ Black Funder, BLACKFUNDER. Sometimes you must start from a blank slate to end confusion. This book is dedicated to Anthony John Moore, Holly Amore Moore, Andrew Jalil Moore, and Marie Pearl Moore. If you are reading this book, you know that you need help when it comes to personal finance. This book was written specifically to address the financial literacy need in the black community. If you are not black, this book will still be of service to you. The importance of smaller steps. I do not want to work harder. I want you to work smart. Table of contents. Introduction. Chapter 1. Cub Step 00. Protect. Get life insurance and a burial policy to protect your legacy. Chapter 2, Cub Step 0, Budget. Start a zero-based budget. Chapter 3, Cub Step 1, Emergency Fund. Put $500 in your fireproof, waterproof safe. Chapter 4, Cub Step 2, Invest. Open a brokerage account and automate 20% of your paycheck to your wealth fund. Invest in low-cost index fund. Chapter 5, Cub Step 3, Pay off. Pay off debt using the Lion trademark method. Chapter 6, Cub Step 4, Save. Save 3 to 12 months living expenses. Chapter 7, Cub Step 5, Own. Purchase and or pay off home in 7 years. Chapter 8, Cub Step 6, Travel. Travel domestically and internationally. Chapter 9, Cub Step 7, Give. Give black and local. Chapter 10, Cub Step 8, Teach. Teach every child in your family what you learn, what you do regarding financial literacy. Final resolution. Introduction. Savant Moore's Cub Steps. How to become debt-free. Step 00, Protect. Get life insurance, burial policy to protect your legacy. Step 0, Budget. Start a zero-based budget. Step 1, Emergency Fund. Put $500 in your fireproof, waterproof safe. Step 2, Invest. Open a brokerage account and automate 20% of your paycheck to your wealth fund. Invest in low-cost index fund. Step 3, Pay off. Pay off debt using the Lion method. Step 4, Save. Save 3 to 12 months living expenses. Step 5, Own. Purchase and pay off home in 7 years. Step 6, Travel. Travel domestically and internationally. Step 7, Give. Give black and local. Step 8, Teach. Teach every child in your family what you learn and what you do regarding financial literacy. By reading through this entire book, you will know everything it takes for you to become a millionaire and change your family tree. Do it. If you have heard of the debt-free community or FIRE, Financial Independence, Retire Early, many were inspired by Dave Ramsey's 7 Baby Steps and J.L. Collins' Simple Path to Wealth. I created Savant Moore's Cub Steps to fill in the missing gaps to address personal finance geared towards the plight of the black American. This whole journey is going to require you to have a mind shift. You are building a legacy of abundance. You will no longer say you cannot afford something. The mindset of a financial lion is imperative to be the conduit for changing your personal and family's financial picture. This journey will take about 2 to 5 years, but it will be worth it. Disclosure. Before we dive into this book, I want to make it clear that I am not a licensed real estate agent, lawyer, accountant, CPA, CFP, etc. I'm not licensed in any way, and I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm just a black man who is going to share with you my strategy for living debt-free by budgeting, saving, and investing. Start saying this morning affirmations daily. Morning Affirmations, written by a black queen, Shaw Drake. Who are you? I am a goal crusher. Who can stop you from achieving your goals? No one but me. Are you sure? I am sure of myself and confident in my abilities. My potential to succeed is infinite. I am and always will be more than enough. What about your friends? I surround myself with positive influences. I teach others to believe in me by first believing in myself. And what about your habits? Today I let go of old habits and create new positive ones. What about your mind? My mind is powerful. What about your heart? My heart is happy. What about your spirit? My spirit is free. Challenges will come. Every challenge I face is an opportunity to grow and succeed. What are you? I am a powerful creator. What do you create? The life I want to live. What if you fail? I either win or I win. I always strive for excellence again and again. I can never fail because I will never quit. I can never fail because I will never quit. These are a few affirmations or phrases I use when I'm feeling stuck in self-doubt or repeating unproductive thoughts. I am perfect exactly as I am. I am growing and becoming. I am enough. I am right where I'm supposed to be. I have all that I need within me now. I am here for a purpose. I love myself. I am here. I can take up space. I trust myself. I am my own unique path. I trust my process. Affirmations can be used in a variety of ways, including the following. Post the phrases on mirrors, fridges, or other highly visible places. Create screensavers or backgrounds on your phone or other devices. Repeat the phrase while tapping. Emotional freedom technique. Write in journals or planners as part of a daily practice. Create affirmation cards to pull each morning. Shift the I to you and affirm your loved ones. I hope you read this book from cover to cover and use everything in it. Also, let me let you in on a little secret. You only need one plan to be a success story. Do not entangle too many thought leaders on your journey towards financial freedom. Choose a path and see it through the end so that your legacy is not just a dream, but a reality. Cub Step 1. Chapter 1, Cub Step 00. Protect. Get life insurance and burial policy to protect your legacy. This step is more than just life insurance and a burial policy. This step is about knowing the history of black wealth. We have tried for centuries to uplift ourselves against all odds. This book was written during a time when we have our best chance to build lasting financial wealth that can be taught on how to maintain, pass on, and keep for generations. We have all heard the stories from post-slavery, Reconstruction, Black Wall Street, redlining, systematic racist laws, and everything else that has tried to stop us on our journey to build legacy. This step is a safety net to help if we ever must fight against them again. In the game of roulette, betting on either 0 or 00, if you are playing American roulette, pays out at 35 to 1. If you are playing American roulette and do a row bet, this means that you are betting on either 0 or 00. If the ball falls on either 0 or 00, you will receive a 17 to 1 payout. Step 00 will pay out your family, and they will be grateful for your wise choice. I'm tired of going to funerals funded by GoFundMe campaigns or seeing families stuck in a financial rut because there was no preparation for the ending that happens for every human life. Newsflash, we are all mortal and going to die. I pray that more of us die from natural causes and old age after enjoying a long, fulfilled, happy life. But unfortunately, that will not be the case for many. So on the marathon of wealth building and passing on legacy for generations, it is important that we all have a life insurance and burial policy. How much does a funeral cost? The average funeral costs between $7,000 and $12,000. This includes viewing and burial, basic service fees, transporting remains to a funeral home, a casket, embalming, and other preparations. The average cost of a funeral with cremation is $6,000 to $7,000. A burial plot on average will be $3,000. Our mausoleum on average will be $8,000 to $11,000. you could be spending from $3,000 to $24,000 just on a funeral. A funeral home will allow you to put a down payment of 10 to 20% on a burial plot or mausoleum, something we should be thinking about 30 plus in age. You have 2 to 4 years to pay it off. I strongly suggest you do this. Better to be prepared than not be ready for the inevitable. If you don't have life insurance, if you have kids, get it. Everyone should have a funeral expense policy. At the writing of this book, the life expectancy of Black Americans is 72 through 80 years old. The importance of the burial policy is to take finance out of mourning. We should give our family members peace of mind by having that in order. I encourage everyone to have a will and trust as well. Inform your closest family members and friends how you want your funeral to be. I know I want one of my yearly photo shoots pictures as my main picture on the program. My favorite color is blue, so have me in a tailored blue suit. I know I want it to be a celebration, so I want a New Orleans second line band to play at the end. I want to be buried in Houston, Texas, a legend. After you become wealthy, you will get an irrevocable trust and place every single family member's life insurance in it to build generational wealth forever, like the Rockefeller family did. I want every Black family to learn from the wealthiest families in America and start getting whole life insurance on every single family member. This will also speed up the process of building 4 generations of wealth. These policies will allow us to have a leg up and fund educational pursuits, entrepreneurial ideas, and just be there in general if a family member falls on hard times. When you get life insurance, Black people, only get whole life insurance. Term life insurance is cheaper because it is temporary and has no cash value. Whole life costs more but lasts a lifetime and has cash value. When your baby is born, get a whole life insurance policy and 529 plan for them. The sooner the better. Get a life insurance policy for every child. The younger you are, the more affordable the policy. I recommend whole life insurance only. You are saving, investing, and becoming debt-free because you are the hero of your family. On your heroic journey, your protection is life insurance and a burial policy. America's racial wealth gap. $17,150 is the net worth of a Black family. $171,000 is the net worth of a white family. We can change that. Every Black family having a life insurance policy will help lessen this wealth gap. Definition of legacy: a gift by will, especially of money or other personal property. Something transmitted by or received from an ancestor or predecessor or from the past, the legacy of the ancient philosophers. What will be your legacy? What will you leave behind? The Cub Steps will help you answer this question. Chapter 2, Cub Step 0, Budget. Start a zero-based budget. Budget every time you get paid. At a minimum, once a month for the rest of your life. There are 8,760 hours in a year. I am only asking for you to commit to using 3 hours a year to commit to budgeting. 15 minutes the first of every month. Simple personal finance. Every time you get paid, 10% tithe and give. 10% put in your home fireproof, waterproof safe to maintain. Build it to 1 month of living expenses. 20% invest in index funds and stocks, preferably FZROX, FTBFX, and SPRXX are the stock tickers. 5% fund money. 10% gas and transportation. 45% bills and eliminate debt. As a Christian, I always tithe every time I get paid, 10% to give back to my church. If you're not a church, I still encourage you. If you're not a Christian, I still encourage you to give back to a local church, local charity, or historically Black college and university. Giving is a secret weapon to helping your finances get instantly better, and you will feel good too, including your tax returns. As a realist, I know the importance of having cash in case no power or phone lines. So save 10% of your home fireproof, waterproof, safe. As a human that wants to see old age, I know the importance of investing in the stock market for when that time comes to live from while I'm retired. So invest 20% in index funds. As a person that likes to have fun, I save 5% so that I can spend on whatever I want with no judgment. As a car driver, I save 10% in case of car maintenance needed. With zero-based budgeting, you know where every dollar you make goes on your budget. Make sure at the end of every budget that you do for life, you can do the equation income minus expenses equals $0. Technology is great until it fails you. So you will be using a pencil and pen and paper to write out your budget. You will pay your rent and mortgage, utilities, groceries, phone bill, insurance, clothes, debt, and miscellaneous. Every dollar will be allocated to something. Thank me later. Chapter 3, Cub Step 1, Emergency Fund. Put $500 in your fireproof and waterproof safe. This step is particularly important. Too many Americans live paycheck to paycheck, between 69 to 80% to be exact. And by you building this habit of saving, you will break an awfully bad habit. $500 inside your home fireproof, waterproof safe is the umbrella you need just in case of some financial rain in your life. One day that $500 will be $10,000 to $15,000. I believe in you because you are reading this book. So now all you must do is go get that $500 legally as soon as possible. You need to purchase a fireproof, waterproof safe. A safe can cost from $20 to $150. Usually the safe can last in a fire for 30 minutes and submerged in water for 80 hours. Natural disasters, emergencies, and power outages happen. So this will enable you to eventually have a place to save 1 month of living expenses inside and know it is protected. They say credit is queen and cryptocurrency may be the future. But I know when the phone lines are down, our power off, and you need to eat, cash is king and will feed your family. 5 rules that guarantee success. Keep your higher power first. Treat your significant other better than yourself. Always have an emergency fund. Whatever your profession, strive to be the best. Travel domestically and internationally. For now, I want you to put $500 inside your fireproof, waterproof safe, just in case you must replace all 4 tires on your car at once while you are paying off debt, saving, and investing. This will give you peace of mind on your journey on each Cub Step to become a debt-free lion. If you do not have a bank account, open a checking and savings at a credit union or bank. People only have money on the 1st through the 5th, or paydays, then it's all spent. This Cub Step needs to be done so they have money to spend. Stop managing money for others to win at the check cashing places, payday loans, and living paycheck to paycheck. Manage money for you to win with a bank and credit union, with checking and savings, with direct deposit, saving, and investing. Save $1,000 emergency fund. Challenge. You get paid bi-weekly, then save $167. You get paid weekly, then save $77. You get paid monthly, then save $334 a month. Chapter 4, Cub Step 2, Invest. Open a brokerage account and automate 20% of your paycheck to your wealth fund. Invest in a low-cost index fund. You can be a millionaire just by investing in 3 mutual funds. It just takes 5 to 10 years. Everyone wants to be a day trader, but does not have the $25,000 to learn to be good at it. Everyone wants to get rich fast. That does not exist versus guaranteed long-term investing. You can only get rich 4 ways: high-paying job, real estate, stocks, or own a business. Stocks the easiest route, but people do not have the patience. Having your investment accounts at one broker can make them much easier to manage. I use Fidelity. Open a Fidelity brokerage account. Open cash management account and brokerage account. You will need to have both. You will select core government. Make sure you order the Fidelity debit card attached to your new cash management account. You'll go to fidelity.com. You'll open a brokerage and cash management account. You'll click on open both accounts. You're not a Fidelity customer, so you'll click no. They'll ask you a question. Will this be an individual or joint account? You'll click on individual, then next. Money in a cash management account can usually be used to pay bills and make purchases, sometimes with use of a debit card or check writing. Money in a brokerage account is strictly for buying, trading, and selling stocks, bonds, funds, and other securities. You can't save your way to FIRE. Financial independence, retire early. You have to invest. Hashtag FIRE. Financial independence, retire early. I want you to open both a brokerage and cash management account. The reason I do this is because my strategy has you growing your investments and emergency fund in the stock market. If you had an emergency bigger than 1 month of living expenses that should be in your home safe, you have access to it with your debit card attached to your cash management account. This is the simple path to wealth. Invest by percentage. 76% will go into VTSAX. 23% will go into VBTLX, the Total Bond Market Index Fund. And 1% of cash will go into a money market fund. Always have a checking account at your local credit union or bank for ready cash and paying bills. You'll be able to live off of 4.5% of returns a year. You will need $2,500 for initial investment in VTSAX. You will need $2,500 initial investment to invest in VBTLAX. I've been telling black people to invest in VTSAX for years. In 2010, the return was 17.26%. In 2020, the return was 20.99%. If you do not have the $2,500 or $5,000 for initial investment plus the $75 for the fee, you do have another option. Grow each account up to $2,500 until you can invest in Vanguard by using Fidelity's zero fee index fund. You will do the same thing, invest by percentage. 76% will go into FZROX, 23% into FTBFX, and 1% in a money market fund. You will break down the 20% from your budget that you are supposed to be investing into 76%, 23%, 1%. For example, if you had $200 a month to invest, 76% would be $152 invested in FZROX. 23% would be $46 invested in FTBFX. And 1%, $2 will be invested in a money market fund. The books I suggest reading to learn about stocks: A Random Walk Down Wall Street by Burton G. McKill. Your Money or Your Life by Vicki Robin. The Simple Path to Wealth by J.L. Collins. The Bogglehead's Guide to Investing by Mel Lindor, Michael LeBeouf, Taylor Larimore. The Happiness Project by Gretchen Rubin. Chapter 5, Cub Step 3, Pay Off. Pay off debt using the Lion Method. Before you read further, answer these two questions. How much debt do you owe? What is your debt payoff debt? Pause the book. How much debt do you owe? What is your debt payoff debt? After you find this number and able to answer these two questions, continue reading the book. One strategy that I recommend that you use is the lion strategy. First, be sure that you have budgeted enough to cover the minimum monthly payment for every debt. Now arrange the debts by balance, from littlest to biggest. Disregard the interest rate on each. Every month, put the extra money you budgeted for getting rid of debt toward your littlest debt, even if you are paying more interest on a different one. Once the little debt is repaid, take the entire amount you were paying toward it, monthly minimum plus your extra money, and target the next little debt. Keep knocking off debts and then diverting all the freed up money toward the next debt in line. Here's how it could look in real life. If you have a hospital bill for $1,200 that the hospital is allowing you to pay interest free, and 2 credit card bills for $5,000 at 22.9% interest, and $3,000 at 15.9% interest. You will pay the hospital bill first. That is right. You will pay the interest-free loan before you pay those that accrue interest. You need to front load your payoff plan with early victories in order to stick with it. Lion is for you. Lion stands for little investment, on to next. You will make minimum payments on all your debts and focus on making extra payments on a little debt. Once paid off, you will move the extra payments to another debt at a time until you have paid off all debt from little to biggest debt in full. This little investment into yourself will help you be able to email me at smore@dadestreet.com, SMOORE@DADESTREET.com, so I can interview you for your debt-free lion roar. On your journey towards paying off all your debt and becoming debt-free like me, you need to get a second job and start a side business to help increase your revenue. I use gig economy like DoorDash and Uber Eats as a second job and started side businesses from cleaning apartments to notary public. Let all pride go and do whatever it takes legally to make your new reality of being debt-free real. This is a simple small business finance. 40% should go into your business checking. 35% you should pay yourself bi-weekly. 10% should go in your business savings. This portion pays your quarterly taxes. 15% will stay in your payment processor for any refunds. Example, Stripe. Get a second job. Start a side business so you can pay off your debt as soon as possible. I paid off $201,000 of debt by DoorDashing for 4 years. Chapter 6, Cub Step 4, Save. Save 3 to 12 months living expenses. Storms in life will come. If you develop the habit of saving, you will always be able to sleep calmly through the storm like Jesus did, knowing you have the power to fix it. 80% of Americans, whether rich or poor, live paycheck to paycheck. I want you to be in the 20% of those that do not. Financial health will help with mental health in our community, so we do not have to worry about finances anymore from a struggle vantage point. Want what you want, but buy what you can afford. Emergency fund size formula. You will go to start. I need 3 months of fixed costs. If you have dependents, you need to add 3 months to your emergency fund. If you don't have dependents, add 0 months. Depending on your industry, if you're in a dying cyclical, add 3 months. If you're in a dying non-cyclical, add 1 month. If you are in a growing cyclical, add 1 month. If you're in a growing none, add 0 months. If your sources of income, if you got 1 income, add 3 months. If you have 2 incomes, add 1 month. If you have 3+ incomes, add 0 months. This step is especially important. Too many Americans live paycheck to paycheck. And by you building this habit of saving, you will break an awfully bad habit. Save 5 to 10% in a do not touch account from profits if you're a business owner. Entrepreneurs don't have a pension. You have to create that on your own. We have to normalize this knowledge and use it. Saving gives you peace of mind. Your day will go better knowing that your bank account, brokerage account, and safe has something in it. You are a long way from living paycheck to paycheck. I am immensely proud of you. With saving being automatic and a part of your budget, your whole financial picture is different. You went from a spender to a lifelong saver and investor. They say credit is queen and Bitcoin may be the future. But I know when the phone lines are down and you need to eat, cash is king and will feed your family. Chapter 7, Cub Step 5, Own. Purchase and pay off home in 7 years. You already are an investor and saver now. It is time for you to become a homeowner or pay off your home in full. A home will most likely be your biggest purchase and will also be one of your greatest wealth creators. We were denied home ownership for years. Use a first-time home owner program in your city. Nonprofit NACA, USDA loan, VA loan, or FHA loan to help you become a home buyer. Home ownership is within your reach. Purchasing property is one of the primary ways to build wealth. Rent is typically your highest expense. Nevertheless, you are paying this money to your landlord. Invest in yourself. Buy real estate because they are not making land anymore. You need credit to purchase a home. Use your card and pay your balance in full monthly. Trying to game the system is a waste of time and energy. Focus on your complete credit profile instead of a credit score. Generally, you want to have credit utilization under 30%. Ideally, according to FICO, between 1% and 6%. And here's a secret, guys. You want to pay your bill 90% on the statement due date. And then you want to take it down to between 1 to 3% credit utilization on the due date. You do that every month, your credit score will go up. Steps to take on your journey to purchase your first home. Number 1, secure your credit. Get all negative items removed. Lower your credit to debt ratio and broaden your credit type. Email me if you want to do it yourself. Credit repair kit. Email me at smore@davestreet.com. Number 2, choose the area you would like to move to. Decide if you want a subdivision versus a piece of land. Look at flood zones as well as drain-offs. Look at city taxes and city building codes. If you decide to build something on your land after your house is built. Look at school types of scholarships given to students, T recognition and testing scores. Look at the energy grid. Homes near hospitals are tied into their grid, so power outages are scarce. Look into home values, if they hold lower or build. If you choose a HOA, ask the community for their honest thoughts on them. Use Google reviews and look at their costs. Look into what police departments and fire departments respond to your potential neighborhood. Number 3, choose the builder. Choose wisely. Look into the following: incentives, materials used, reviews, 5 to 10 year residents are best, warranty, and lastly, cost. 4, choose lender. Use Mortgage Choice. It allows you to pick 6 lenders in the area that will compete to give you the best numbers. Next, savings. Save at least enough to cover at least 30 to 45 days worth of bills. Important. Put this money either in cash or a separate account. They monitor your accounts to make sure you can afford your home, and large amounts of money is not disappearing from your accounts during the underwriting. Also factor in furniture costs and blinds, as well as the many deposits, cable, lights, water, gas, and trash, and remember movers. On your big day, I recommend asking the builder to seal the floors and countertops. Some will say they are, some refuse to. Test it by dropping water in the grout. If it settles, it is not sealed. If it bids, it is. If it is not sealed, seal it yourself or pay someone to before you move in. I recommend solar screens on the window, but I understand in an emergency situation, those screens will hinder your usage of them. You can also check with HOA if you have them to see if you can use a tent for the windows. Double check all windows and doors to make sure it is sealed. How to pay off your mortgage in 7 years. Ask your lender to be put on the 1st and 15th program for mortgage. Pay on principal payment with a physical check and write the exact payment for principal payment you are paying, number 360, and request a new itemization schedule every time. Pay extra on last payment forward. Compound interest will be your friend. Number 359, number 358, number 357, number 356 until your mortgage is paid off. Always request a new itemization schedule every time you make an extra payment. Use bonuses from employer and tax refunds to make extra payments. What every home should have. This advice is for those that are moving into your own place. Invest in a quality mattress. 4 sleeping pillows, 300 thread count sheets. Restock your towels every January, February, and August. Undershirts, underwear, and socks replace every 6 months. You want quality pots and pans, a 3-quart saucepan, 10 to 12 inch cast iron fry pan, 10-inch non-stick fry pan, a 5 or 6 quart Dutch oven, and roasting pan. You want wine glasses, 6 red wine and 6 white wine. Furniture, console table, coffee table, poof, extra chairs, nightstand, ottoman, bedroom bench, couch, dining set, bedroom set, toilet paper and flushable wipes. Make sure that the flushable wipes, you always place those in the trash. Cleaning supplies, laundry detergent, food, milk, eggs, peanut butter and jelly, baking soda, variety of sauces, coffee, bread, snacks, fruits and vegetables, butter, instant dough, chicken and fish, frozen meals and snacks, grapes, ice, salt and pepper, cereal, canned goods, rice, pasta, potatoes, tuna, garlic, bananas, avocados, ramen, cooking spray. Chapter 8, Cub Step 6. Step 6, travel. Travel domestically and internationally. Travel. Money returns. Time does not. Traveling is about wealth of mind. I've taken road trips all over the country as a kid and an adult. It exposed me to new worlds within my own country, new enlightening perspectives. I've traveled all over the world as well. Get a passport and use it. My first time in Africa was jumping out of an airplane into Egypt when I was in the Army. I'll never forget seeing the Nile River and pyramids up close and personal. TSA pre-check costs $85 and global entry costs $100 for a 5-year membership. Travelers interested in global entry must apply through the Trusted Traveler Program website. Global Entry, Nexus, and Centra are programs of U.S. Customs and Border Protection. Each is good for 5 years. Global Entry comes with TSA pre-check included. So you pay $100 and you will get Global Entry and TSA pre-check for 5 years. Every American's goal should be to see all 50 states and the 215 countries in the world. Traveling will expand your mind and give you exposure that will be life-changing. It will ultimately make you appreciate your home more, but teach you how to respect everyone else's home. Now that you live on a zero-based budget and know where every dollar is going, you can use your fund money to see the U.S. and world. Travel does not just include flying. If you do not know how to drive, learn. Also experience ATVs and water vehicles. Historically, We used to have to use the Green Book to know where we could travel safely as a Black American. Use this time now to see the country and all its historical landmarks. At a minimum, see every capital in the U.S. and world, or at least try to. Chapter 9, Step 7, Give. Give Black and local. This is especially important. You are wealthy now, and you cannot spend it all. By you giving, you help those in a position you may have once been in. We are all family, so be there for one another. Give back to a Black church, HBCU, or local Black charity in your city. Do not just give back for the tax benefits. Give back because it is the right thing to do. Whether it is the Black church, HBCU, or local Black charity, organization that is putting in long hours to serve their community, give back. They need funds in order to operate. Giving is a way of life and is just as important as saving, investing, and home ownership. Never forget where you came from because you may one day return. I love giving back. Even during COVID, I had to be more creative. You can surprise a gig worker, homeless person, or a family you know needs the help. Give 10% monthly to causes that you're passionate about. Leaders demonstrate daily. Chapter 10, Step 8, Teach. Teach every child in your family what you learn and what you do regarding financial literacy. Make sure you are having a monthly finance meeting at your home every payday. Treat your family like you are a Fortune 500 company. You are the CEO and must lead from the front when it comes to your finances. The example you set will be followed by your family when they see you enjoying the debt-free lying lifestyle. This book was written to be put in your hands to save your immediate family. It is a numbers game. If this book can be in every Black family, we will save the collective. This should be the Christmas gift that is mandatory. This should be required reading at every grade level, especially in high school. We must teach so nobody in your family ever makes a financial mistake again. For example, credit is needed, but we must all be responsible when using it. Only use 7 to 15% credit utilization on your credit card. Pay it off in full every month. Only use it to put gas in your car, purchase airline ticket, hotel room, or rent a car. If you are a business owner, apply for your DUNS number and pay your bills on time to build up your business credit history. Business credit only looks at payment history, so always pay on time within 5 days of receiving a bill. If you are a business owner, you should have a legal entity, a LLC, or a corporation incorporated, EIN number, DUNS number, business checking and savings at a credit union or Black-owned bank. Those are just examples of what you should be teaching your family. Always remember, you are wealthy, and that the knowledge you now have from this book, apply it to your life and teach others the Cub Steps too, so everyone can be in line. Final resolution. Annual expenses, $48,000. You need to build your stock account to $1.2 million. If you wanted to live off of $60,000, you need to build your investment account to $1.5 million. If you wanted to live off of $72,000 a year, you need to build up your stock to $1.8 million. If you want to live off of $84,000 a year, you need to build up your stocks to $2.1 million. If you want to live to $96,000 a year, build your stocks to $2.4 million. If you want to live off $108,000 a year, you need to build your stocks to $2.7 million. If you want to live off $120,000 a year, you need to build your stocks to $3 million. If you want to live off $180,000 a year, you want to build your stocks to $4.5 million. If you want to live off of $240,000 a year, you need to build up your stocks to $6 million. Once you reach your desired retirement number, you can live off the annual expenses for 25 years by withdrawing 4.5% a year from your investments. You will divide annual expenses by 12, and that will be the amount you sell every month to live off. You will divide annual expenses by 26, and that will be the amount you sell every month if you want to pay yourself bi-weekly. You should be able to automate this with your broker. If you follow every step, you should be able to do this in 5 to 10 years, from investing in the 2 mutual funds and 1 money market account every month consistently. You can do this. Eliminate all excuses and make it happen. You aren't an adult and lying. I understand you have other obligations, but this is something you need to do. Take the time to organize your finances. Start with step 00. This book was your solution. You know the problem. No more delay till you finishing debt-free and wealthy. This is a debt-free prayer. Heavenly Father, everyone that purchases and reads this book or finds this book in the library, at their school, gifted it, or just reads it for free somewhere, or hears it over audio, bless them to use the financial knowledge to build 4 generations of wealth for their family. Create good habits in their life for everything: financial, physical, mental, all relationships, job, and business. Let them know they are wealthy in all aspects of their life. If they do not know you, Lord, touch their mind, heart, and soul. In Jesus' name, amen. James, the 1st chapter, 22nd through the 24th verse in the New Living Translation. But don't just listen to God's word. You must do what it says. Otherwise, you are only fooling yourselves. For if you listen to the word and don't obey, it is like glancing at your face in a mirror. You see yourself, walk away, and forget what you look like. Savant Moore's theory to close the black wealth gap. Jewish use real estate to change their family tree. Africans use college to change their family tree by becoming doctors, lawyers, or engineers. Asians use business to change their family tree by having a chain of family-ran businesses. Hispanics use cash only, purchase real estate, and have small businesses such as cleaning, lawn care, construction, or trades to change their family tree. For Black Americans, imagine if we use American businesses to change our family tree through whole life insurance like the Rockefellers and the stock market. The first Black generation that is 16 years old and above, stock market should be your main source of income. The second Black generation, 15 and other, should attend college, purchase real estate through a 529 plan for their room and board, and rent out rooms to other college students and invest in the stock market. The third Black generation will be life insurance babies and get loans from life insurance to fund their college and business ventures and pay back towards plus interest to the family's life insurance irrevocable trust. Every Black generation is required to have permanent whole life insurance and family LLC inside a trust. These are the Black must-haves. Drink water daily. Exercise 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Have a legal income because we are boycotting the prisons. Have a Black-owned bank account. Have a debit card. We are boycotting prepaid cards. Have an emergency savings fund of at least $10,000. Read 1 book a month. Have a valid driver's license. Be a registered voter so you're able to vote in every election, local, state, and national. Have health insurance, car insurance, life insurance, whole life insurance. Know how to swim. If you don't know how to swim, learn. Have a passport. Pay the money. The passport is good for 10 years. Have a credit score of 700 or more. If your credit score isn't there, work on it to a 700 or more or higher. Get a concealed carry weapon license and own a concealed carry weapon. Until you have everything on this list, why are you wasting time? Be woke and live it. In loving memory of Reverend Harold T. Moore, the late pastor of Greater Morning Star Baptist Church from 1987 to 2007. Psalms 133 in the first verse. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. Until we meet again, rest in power, Dad. 1945 to 2007. You have just read Release the Debts, Creating Financial Freedom for Your Future by Savant Moore. I hope that you do every single Cub Step, because if you heard this book in its entirety, this is your confirmation that you are the person that will forever change your family's tree if you start doing the right thing today. Become that whole person in mind, body, spirit, and your finance. Start investing, even if it's a small amount. Start investing. Be the best on your job. Be the best with your body. Be the best towards your family. If you're not an active parent right now, become an active parent. Become an active parent. Be there for your children. Be there for your parents. Black people, we need each other. We can do this together. May God bless every single person that hears this book. And may you share it with every single person in your family, all your friends, so that we all can be financially free. Continue to share this until that day comes. God bless you.